Hello, everyone. How's it going? A little bit of excitement? Something? Come on. I'm the one that had to get on a plane and fly for 18 hours or something to get here. But by the way, thank you for having me. Sydney is an amazing city. So as Dan mentioned, I'm Mike Holzer. I lead the UX team here at HubSpot. And Dan just laid out a bunch of challenges that are facing the front office and how much pressure we all feel to move fast. Honestly, it's a bit daunting. I feel it too. But I want to spend some time talking about the things that we've recently built and launched in our product that we think will help. Like Dan said, our mission at HubSpot is to help millions of organizations grow better. But the way we think about doing that is that we want to build a product that is easy to use, it's fast to deliver results, and most importantly, it's unified by default. All the products that I'm going to talk about are all built on those core principles. And while I'm only covering a selection, don't forget to check out the breakout sessions that are later this afternoon so that you can learn more. I want to start with Breeze. So Breeze is HubSpot's suite of AI tools. We have Breeze agents that are autonomous teammates. We have the Copilot that is going to work as your assistant. And we have native Breeze features that are embedded into every hub and the smart CRM. They're so embedded that hopefully a lot of your teams are already using these features and don't even realizing that they're leveraging AI. But first, I do want to talk about what we're seeing when it comes to AI adoption that both Yamini and Mark and Dan have all alluded to, and that there's a real gap between the AI hype and the tools that we're actually using day to day. We all want to use AI to bring in more leads, close more deals, and better support our customers. But the truth is that most businesses don't know how to get started and how to make it all work. And when we go and talk to customers, we do hear that AI is still in the novel category and not quite necessary. And their current approach is to try a tool here and try a tool there. But what we've seen is that when AI acts in isolation, we see 3 speed bumps that people most commonly run into. And the first speed bump we see is disconnected tools. And they don't talk to each other, which means there's different logins, there's different interfaces, and all this means that usability and usefulness is seriously hampered. The second speed bump that we most commonly see is it's not connected to your business data. Now, data and context are core to making AI as helpful as it can be. And when it's not, the results you see are generic, not helpful, and I'm sure you can relate to this because you've engaged with them. The last speed bump we see is trust and security. And this can be a huge speed bump because whether your teams are using unsanctioned AI tools or on the other side you're waiting for a security review that's going to take weeks or months, all of this is because trust is really important and security is really important, but these risks are real and you want to treat it right. So what is fascinating is we have seen this story before to some extent. I think Yamini mentioned that maybe not quite at this speed. I will admit I've been in the tech industry for a long time, and the innovation is happening extremely fast. But we have seen the movie before, and the internet, like AI, was a major shift and it impacted everything. And so all the companies saw this coming. They immediately felt FOMO, and so what did they do? Well, they created IT departments, they hired specialists, and then they started building out data centers. But over time, this started to give way to SaaS, and the business go back to what they really needed to do, which was focus on growing their business. And they didn't need these giant, large technical teams. We're seeing something very similar when it comes to AI, that SMBs want to use AI, but they lack this specialized expertise. And so, of course, the natural path is very similar. They're going to hire AI specialists. They're going to create a bunch of AI infrastructure. But we at HubSpot think that there could be a different way. And we want to help companies leverage AI, but stay focused on growing their business. And that's exactly why we built Breeze. It's AI that is seamlessly woven throughout HubSpot's customer platform. And just to refresh, we have agents, and these work as digital workers that extend your team. We have Copilot that is going to act as your personal companion throughout your entire workday. And then, of course, we have embedded features that are powered by Breeze that are in every tool that will help you be more efficient. But today, you've heard a lot about agents already, and so I want to start to unpack this for you. So agents handle very specific tasks in sales, marketing, and service. And they don't just work, but they increase the productivity of your teams. And they give you time back to be creative, think bigger, and grow faster. We're gonna talk about 4 agents that go across front of market teams. But the best part is that all of our agents are connected together on one platform. So the first I want to talk about is the customer agent. When we talk to customers, the first thing they say is like, we don't know where to get started with agents, and I can understand that. So at HubSpot, we formed a very strong opinion about where to start, and that is with the customer agent. And I want you to think of the customer agent as a 24/7 concierge for your customers. So on the design side, I spend all of my time trying to make complex things simple. And at HubSpot, as a company, we have always focused on making complex things simple for our customers. And that applies to the customer agent. It's so simple that we can have it up and running in just a few minutes. Once it's set up, it's going to start delivering value to your customers and to your team almost instantly. It's so impressive that the customer agent is even able to deliver leading resolution rates. We've even seen some customers hit up to 90% resolution rates. Imagine what that could mean for your business. So let's check out a demo. Okay, so we're going to start by giving the agent a name. Then we're going to set a personality, and this is going to help determine its tone. And then to train it, we're going to point it at things like a knowledge base and your website. And the agent can ingest up to 1,000 pages to train on. That's it. It's set up. Next, so the customer agent can handle multiple channels for you. It can handle website chat, it can handle Facebook Messenger, even WhatsApp. We're just going to point it at email right now. And then, because we want it to be able to hand off to a human seamlessly, we can set that up next, right there. That's it. Easy and fast. You now have customer agent. So with that setup, just imagine that your customer emails your team and they're asking about an order status. The customer agent is able to respond with fast, accurate, personalized information to your customer. And then if the customer wants to follow up, they can ask about resetting their password, for example. The customer agent can do that for you too. Now, HubSpot wants to help your customers get fast and accurate information so that we can free up your service agents to do more complex work. This is what we think customer support is going to look like moving forward. The team at CannabBuild is a perfect example, and I'm told they're here, so please find them when you're done with this session and go get a demo directly from them. But they're a platform that streamlines collaboration between sales and construction teams for residential builds. They have a lean team, and they're using Customer Agent to resolve up to 77% of their tickets, which frees them up to do product enhancements. That's just one example, though. We have thousands of customers that are already activated, seeing incredible resolution rates, all while delivering delightful experiences for your customers. We think the Customer Agent is going to be transformational for SMBs. Having one, we think, is going to be as necessary as having a website in the early 2000s. And one way that the Customer Agent is able to deliver such leading resolution rates is that it has a feature that enables it to identify its own knowledge gaps. So what you've seen here is the Customer Agent has already identified some of its own knowledge gaps. And all you have to do is click one of them, create an answer, and write like that. The Customer Agent is immediately smarter, and it can start answering those things all on its own, all by itself. This means that there's faster help for your customers almost immediately. They don't have to wait for any support agent to get back to them. And it means more time for your support reps, again, to work on those more complex issues. But what if your team doesn't have time to create all of these knowledge entries? So the customers are going to keep asking the same question. They're going to keep getting routed to your reps, and your reps are going to keep answering the same questions over and over, which is super tedious. And that's exactly where our next agent comes in. Meet the knowledge base agent. This is your answer to creating knowledge base entries without the endless hours of manual work. It learns from your support conversations and automatically suggests entries based on what it's learned. So when it comes to serving your customers, I want you to think of these two agents as your dream team. The customer agent is going to serve your customers, and it's going to identify its own knowledge gaps. And then the knowledge base agent is going to come in, and it's going to work hard to find those answers. So let's check out how it works. Once you activate the agent, it's automatically going to go through all your support conversations, and it's going to find frequently asked questions from your customers. It looks like a lot of people are asking about bulk discounts here. So the knowledge base agent is then going to go analyze your support history, and it's going to pull all the resources it can find related to that customer problem, and it's going to analyze how your agents have already answered those questions, and it's going to create a knowledge base entry for you. All you have to do is revise it wherever you think is necessary, and just hit publish. This is the power of agents working together, which I can't say how important it is. When these agents work together, that is the true power. And this is only possible because of HubSpot's connected platform and unified data. AI is only as good as the data that powers it. And the customer agent and knowledge base agent working together is a perfect example of that. So this is what gets us really excited about Breeze. Is like just what I've shown you, all SMBs can be AI first and start serving their customers better. So earlier, Dan asked for a little bit of noise from the marketers, and I'm going to give you another opportunity. Where are you? Marketers, come on. Okay, I'll take that one. That was better than this morning. I beat you, Dan. Okay, so there's an expectation you can't get away from, which is do more. More content, more channels, more campaigns. And let's just think about a slice of what you do. You're spending time searching for on-brand images, you're adapting content to your different channels, you're optimizing for SEO and now LLMs, and you're redefining your content, making sure that it is on-brand voice. Truly great content marketing takes both creativity and taste. That's why we built the Breeze Content Agent. It's designed to work hand in hand with your marketers and go beyond simple generative content. With our latest enhancements, the Content Agent understands your marketer's audience, their brand, and takes into account marketing best practices that we know will help. So let's see it in action. So when your team is going to use the Content Agent, it can create a lot of different posts like podcasts, case studies, and blog posts. But instead of just having this blank page come back at you, it's going to give you multiple options, and it's going to give you top performing titles based on your previous posts and external data like SEO keywords. To give it even more context, all the marketer has to do is upload a document. Just like that, your blog post is ready. One of my favorite features of the Content Agent is that it's automatically going to link between your content to keep your customers engaged longer. This is a game changer for marketing teams. It's automatically going to generate this content for you, link between it, and you already have the confidence of knowing that it's based on previous posts and SEO data. This is where Content Agent stands apart from the other AI tools, is that it already knows your target audience, location, industry, interests, and demographics. But it also knows your business, like top performing posts and your brand voice. And it can automate tasks like automatically creating emails when somebody submits a form on your website. It can generate meta descriptions, and it can do the internal linking that I mentioned earlier. So now that we've covered marketing and service, I want to go on to the sales teams. You hire salespeople to sell, but they're very busy doing a lot of other things. They're digging through websites, news articles, spending hours doing research on their prospects. Account research is super time consuming. I think we all know that. And it's often the first thing the reps skip when their day gets busy, which we can also relate to. But even worse is they do all this research and then it's stuck on notes on their desk or just in their heads. But the Breeze Prospecting Agent is going to change all of this. It's automatically going to research your target accounts, and it's going to personalize the outreach based on that context. So let's take a look here. The Prospecting Agent is going to automate target account research so that your team can spend more time selling. So when your team is prospecting, all they have to do is add a target account and company to the agent. They can add one, they can add dozens. And the prospect agent is automatically going to find the latest news like funding rounds and who's on the buyer committee. From there, it's automatically going to create the right outreach. The quality and the depth of the research is really the unsung hero here. Not all research is created equal. But the second is the quality of the personalization that we're able to do based on this. For many AI tools, how many of you have gotten the emails from what you know is an AI bot and it sounds incredibly generic and you're like, I know somebody did not write this? That is not what we're doing with the HubSpot prospecting agent. And this is where HubSpot's platform makes all the difference. HubSpot's customer platform means that the prospecting agent knows your rep, your territory, your products, and your selling style. It knows your prospect, their company news and the buyer insights, and it knows your company, your brand voice, your product mix, and your target markets. So let's check this out on this demo. So it's going to create truly personalized outreach that sounds just like you. So whether you're Jake, the mid-market rep that's selling compliance software, or you're an enterprise rep that's selling security alerts, all you have to do is set your selling profile here, and the outreach is going to be personalized to that specific context. But don't forget the human's always in control, which is very important with AI, so that you can add your own personal touch here and make it better before you hit send. So the Breeze agents are the digital workers that we think every SMB should add to extend their team. The Breeze agent is generally available, the customer agent is generally available now, and our other agents are available in beta now, so do check them out. But like I said, there are breakout sessions later today, so if you want to learn more about our agents, about Breeze, about our Copilot, or our embedded features, please join the breakout sessions. They're going to be way better than me up here giving you a spiel. So the Breeze Content Agent is just one of the recent launches that we've announced. But I want to cover some more exciting topics for Marketing Hub Enterprise. I think we all know that marketers are at the forefront of AI adoption. And what I mean by that is the sales and service reps are definitely using AI and they're using it to be more efficient. But the marketers are using AI to really push the boundaries of their creativity, all with the goal of doing what every marketer aims to do, which is bring in more leads. It starts with the data though. You have a gold mine of data sitting in HubSpot that you've worked super hard to capture. And we want to help your teams put that data to work. So think about your best customers for a minute. The ones who've been with you for years, they always upgrade. Those are your power users. Now, what if you could give that list of those customers and tell an incredibly smart assistant, go find me more customers just like this? So that's exactly what our new feature, the lookalike lists, aims to do. What the tool's going to do is it's going to look at what made those customers such a great fit for your business, their industry, their size, and then it's going to look at intent signals, like how your customers use your product and what website pages they visited. Breeze is going to find all the other companies in your database to match those same qualities. But the power just isn't in what it does, but in how fast it does it. Instead of spending weeks looking through endless reports, doing your own analysis, creating lists using custom filters, it's going to give you a ready-made list that your team can put to work immediately. So lookalike lists are now available in beta, and it's going to help your marketers find better leads, more qualified, thanks to Breeze. It's going to make better use of your marketing budgets by removing all the guessworks and super broad targeting, and it's going to unlock the value hidden in your database using fit and intent signals. Okay, so your teams have the perfect audiences with lookalike lists. Now let's get to the fun part. And let's put those lists to work with our new Start with AI feature. This is in private beta right now, but it's one of those features where we're trying to embed it directly into your team's workflows so that they can work seamlessly side by side with AI. To use it, all your teams have to do is upload a brief description or just manually add a description of the campaign they want to create. From there, Breeze is going to create a campaign name, audience, goal, and other key properties. The tool is going to recommend your ideal channels. It's going to do a full budget breakdown with line items and allocation, and it's going to create what it thinks are the top assets you should create for that campaign. If you want to create those assets right away, you can use another embedded feature we have called Content Remix. This is what I meant when I said marketers can really put the generative part of AI to work. We built an audience, we created a campaign, and the first drafts of content in minutes. This is going to transform your marketing teams and give them time back to do their best creative work. We believe that the future of marketing belongs to teams that can execute at the speed of opportunity. And that's exactly what we want to empower with Marketing Hub Enterprise. I've only shown you a fraction of what we recently launched. There's a lot more great stuff we're building, like journeys with journey automation, and we're building more powerful tools to manage complex organizations. So make sure to check out the sessions later today. If you haven't gotten it yet, I'm going to encourage you to keep attending the sessions later today, all day. That's what I'm going to do. I want to end on a personal favorite, and this is workspaces. So I'm excited to share that we've built a new home for our go-to-market teams, and these workspaces are a totally new concept for us. I want you to think of them as custom-built homes for your service and sales reps. So our design team has been hyper-focused on driving productivity through these workspaces, and we're doing it by bringing a lot of workflows into a single space. We spend years deeply understanding sales and CX teams, how they work, what their goals are, and what they need to succeed. And all of those insights went into 3 new workspaces that are going to help each person on your team work faster and better. For the launch of workspaces, though, we decided to focus on sales, success, and support teams. And that's because workspaces are all about increasing productivity. And for those teams, we know that productivity is everything. That's why they measure their success by productivity per rep, which means salespeople are closing more deals, your support team is creating higher customer satisfaction, and your success team is creating higher retention. Even though we built these 3 new workspaces, we're just going to talk about the sales workspace today. What we know today that's impacting your sales team's productivity is that your prospects are coming in with more data than they've ever had, arguably thanks to LLMs. But your sales team is bogged down doing a bunch of busy work. We know that AI can help with their productivity, but this AI has been challenging to adopt. These are the exact challenges that we are looking to solve with the sales workspace. So the sales workspace is going to unify all your opportunities and your activities into one place, and then it's going to use AI to help focus. With the workspace, we want to help your team manage their relationships, from understanding and prioritizing different deals to even researching and understanding and prioritizing your accounts. It's going to help them complete their sales activities faster, from prepping and following up on meetings to crafting the perfect outreach. So let's check it out. Imagine it's the beginning of a new cycle. Your team's quota has been reset. The reps are looking for the right deals to focus on. So Dan got into this a little bit, that it's been a slow and relatively uninformed process. People are scrolling through a deal board and just looking for, okay, what deal needs the most attention from me? And it's been a bit of a guessing game. But the sales workspace, it's going to surface all of your reps' deals in one place and prioritize them automatically. It's going to use predictive AI to score those deals so your reps know which ones to focus on. From there, Breeze is going to give a quick summary of all the deals. It's going to include all the important context, like buyer goals, deal risks, even recent engagements. It's going to give them everything that they need and get it to them fast. With all of these features, your team can now quickly prioritize and action on those deals. And you can have the confidence that they're working on the most important ones. So one of my favorite aspects of these new features is that when we show them to customers, they don't even realize they're using AI. And that's exactly how we want our AI features to feel. Everything is just naturally embedded into your team's workflow. I'm giving you an under-the-covers look at how we're leveraging AI on behalf, but you shouldn't need to care about the technology. Okay, so now that the deals are prioritized, it's time to start prospecting and building your pipeline. And for your reps, the process of researching every account and identifying the outreach takes a ton of time. Today, they're going to find an account website, they're going to open up a bunch of LinkedIn tabs, and then they're going to block off half of their day to do all this researching. And that process is painful, time consuming, and we wanted to give you a better way. So now your teams can just open up the target accounts section of the new sales workspace and have Breeze do all of the heavy lifting for them. So it's going to start with a clear and unified view of all your target accounts, but it's going to get even better with some Breeze magic and the prospecting agent. Once the account is assigned to the prospecting agent, it's going to do all the heavy lifting of researching that account. It's going to understand the values, the recent news, blog posts, job posts, and then synthesize all of that into a clear account summary. And because Breeze is natively built in, it can take the next step, use that research, and recommend personalized outreach for your reps. All they have to do is review it and hit send. So now that the deals are prioritized, research is done, your team can get ready for their first set of meetings. So executing a great discovery or demo meeting is critical to your sales process. But doing the prep work for a meeting is a huge burden. So we thought it'd be great to give all of your reps their own assistant for this. And this is our new AI meeting assistant. And it's powered by Breeze. It knows everything about your prospect, every note, every interaction, every conversation. And it's going to use that to develop a meeting plan. And this enables your team to join and have the key talking points ready for them. And they can stay engaged in the meeting itself. Think about that for a second. When your customer is talking to you in a meeting, the assistant and Breeze is listening to that. And it's trying to be the active participant in that meeting, or the non-active participant in that meeting, so that it can take notes, record them, take away all the action items and the key takeaways, and provide those directly to your reps. So in this instance, HubSpot automatically listened and automatically updated your reps' to-do list. This is going to save your reps a ton of time, hours and hours a day of researching, doing the meetings, setting up the meetings, following up on them. All of this is going to be automated with Breeze. We know that meetings are a critical part of your sales process, but they're only one of the activities that your team has to do to hit their number. And today, identifying, prioritizing, executing on all of those activities is very time consuming. The sales workspace is going to help your rep get all of their sales activities done in no time, thanks to guided actions. Guided actions is going to use AI to help recommend a list of these sales activities and identify the ones to focus on at the right time. And when they go to execute those activities, Breeze is there to also help with that. They're going to help them by providing the right context and even providing the right content for them. And this is all about helping your reps focus. It's going to be a game changer when it comes to your sales reps' productivity. The best part about all the updates that I've shown you today is that real customers have already seen the benefits. Our customer Sandow is already using Workspace to cut their sales cycle in half because now they have all of the relevant data in one place. Okay, I've talked your ear off, and I'm standing in between you and a break and coffee. So I'm going to get out of here. That's it for me. But thank you for listening, and it's been an absolute pleasure. So please, again, don't forget to check out the sessions later. Thank you.